What is up, guys? It's your boy Rick Kakis, and let's all pretend this is right at reset and I didn't announce I was doing Xur videos and then forget I had a wedding to attend the following Friday morning. So, where exactly is Xur this weekend starting on September 3rd? Well, he's on the Watcher's Grave in Nessus, and once you travel there, you're going to head forward, and as you can see, he's kind of up in this tree right here. So let's take a look at what he has. Alright, so in terms of exotics, we have the Hard Light as the weapon. A decent weapon, but I wouldn't go out of your way to buy it if you can't afford it. The Graviton Forfeit is not bad, and this is not a terrible roll, however, for a hunter, a little bit too much resilience in my opinion. The Peregrine Greaves is a fun exotic, but it hasn't been meta for quite a while, and not the best in terms of stats either. Now the Controverse Hold. Guys, even though this is not the best stat roll, I would recommend buying this because Handheld Supernova and that subclass in general got a massive buff this season. Handheld Supernova is doing 100% more damage in Season of the Lost, so if you're a Warlock and you don't have these, absolutely pick them up. Now let's talk about the weapons. First and foremost, we have the Dire Promise. Used to be a 150, now a 140, and frankly, this roll is pretty average, I would skip. The Gnawing Hunger, wow, this is actually a pretty solid roll here. Extended Magazine and Subsistence and Demolitionist. I would rather have something like Rampage over Demolitionist, but that's good nonetheless. This weapon works really well with Subsistence in PvE. Then we've got the Cold Denial, Feeding Frenzy, Headseeker, high caliber rounds. Not a great, but not a terrible PvP roll, but frankly I would skip. Then we've got the Distant Tumulus here. Kind of, Lead from Gold is better in PvE, Quick Draw is so much better in PvP. I think this is kind of too split between two worlds, and therefore I would skip. Moving on to the Wishbringer, Rapid Fire Frame with Field Prep and Rampage, but no magazine perk. This is going to be okay, but frankly, again, another skip. Then we've got the 7th Seraph Saw, Zen Moment, and Elemental Capacitor. Not a fan of what's going on here. Again, this is another skip. Then we actually have the Trinary System. Okay, so this is getting pretty interesting. We do have, Charge Time Masterwork. We have Extended Barrel to give you better range. We've even got, Ionize and Enhance, but Quick Draw plus Tap the Trigger. Like, tap the trigger with a fusion rifle, not terrible, and Quick Draw is actually very good in PvP. If you're on the market for a potentially decent PvP fusion rifle, this can fit the bill. Now, this isn't like utter god tier, but it'll be decent. So in terms of the buys, I would consider the Gnawing Hunger and the Trinary System, and the rest are kind of skips. Now let's take a look at the armor. I am on Titan right now, and yeah, Gauntlets, not that much of a fan of with that roll. Winged Disciple, Chest Piece, way too much strength, and 48 is pathetic. We got the Mark. Helmet, that distribution isn't spiky enough for me. And legs, like 58 is not great. I wouldn't go for 58 because I play a lot, but if you're a new player and you do want discipline, if you have a grenades build you're trying to throw together, this is actually not bad. Now let's switch to the Warlock. Okay, checking the arms. Way too much mobility in my opinion for a Warlock. If you're really into that, this is the role for you. In terms of the chest piece, 48 I would skip. We've got a Bond. Helmet, 59 is okay at best and just not the distribution I want to see. And then lastly, legs, 55 I would skip. Now let's go to Hunter. Okay, so we're on the Hunter. Let's check the last armor set. Arms, not terrible, but not spiky enough in my opinion. Then we've got chest armor, 48, again, trash. Then we've got the cloak. Then we've got the helmet, actually really good. Well, I think this is probably the highlight of any of the armor I've seen so far. 63 with a 20 intellect and a 17 recovery. Intellect recovery is usually the stats you're going for. Great in PvP, great in PvE. This, in my opinion, is a buy. Absolutely grab this helmet if you don't have anything better. Then in terms of the legs, wow, this is actually also fantastic. Maybe a little bit high in the resilience, but other than that, fantastic. Great recovery, another big intellect spike. This is another great roll, 64 stat overall. So if you're a hunter, this is your weekend to shine. Grab the helmet, grab the boots. Again, if you don't have anything better, I think those have great overall stats, great spikes. That's what you want to get. Guys, that is it for the video. I hope you enjoyed and found this informative. If you did, please remember to support the video by liking and especially sharing it. That's all there is to it, guys. I will see you next week, and I hope you had a great day.